Welcome to the FBAA's Top Broker Podcast for mortgage brokers looking to take their business to the next level with your host, Joshua Vecchio.
This week we have Lloyd Thomas, the Director of Business and Product Development. Based in New South Wales and broking for over 19 years, he's consistently settling over $100 million. In this episode, we look at how to create an attraction business and discuss the strategies to create a referral-based business. By the end of the episode, you're going to feel rejuvenated in knowing relationship broking still dominates. So let's jump in. Lloyd, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much for having me.
So Lloyd, let's start off with a quick snapshot of you and your business.
Sure. We're based down in Cronulla in New South Wales, and we've been around for just over 20 years now. And we sit down with people and we actually look at their situation and we do a bit of a strategy. We've got around about 60 staff to help through the process, and a bunch of brokers and obviously myself and a great team of finance people. And but then we've got some real customer orientated staff as well to help people through their journey on what we actually put together for them. So it's not just about doing a loan for people. It's actually what we consider ourselves as a lifestyle product. It actually enhances people's lifestyle and sets them up for looking down the future to their retirement, and it gives people options to live basically to live the life that they want in the future. So,
Lloyd, how did you get into the industry?
Yeah, that's a bit of a funny question. My background's in the building industry. I was a plumber and builder, and then my wife and I started another business and in marketing, and we did that together for quite a few years. And then my business partner Sam actually rang me up one day and said, "Look, come in." I knew him through another friend, and sat down with Sam and he said, "Look, why don't you come and do what we're doing?" Had a look at it, and I thought it looked like fun and gave it a go, and I felt like it was born to do what I'm doing now. It was just like a duck to water. It was fantastic. I loved it, and I still love it. I still have a passion to see people get inspired and excited about their future financially, and with property and even paying down their debt and get rid of the home loan.
Is this what's made you successful, that passion that's driving you every day?
Yeah, I think you've got to enjoy what you do. If you're doing it just as purely to put food on the table or to get a paycheck and make some money out of it, I think it'll probably wear quite thin over a period of time. You can't fake it for that long. But I genuinely get excited when I sit down. My favourite part of what I do is actually sitting down with new clients and going through options with them and see their face light up with, wow, we can really do something here.
Because you're more about the long term. I know one of the things that you look at is not just give them a loan, but you're also looking at how you can keep a long-term relationship with that client. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, look, I've got customers that I still deal with on a regular basis that have been with me for 19 plus years. And I've actually done a lot of stuff with their children now, and obviously getting referrals from both them and their kids. And when I met their children were 7 and 9, and now their kids have both got 2 properties each. And it's been a really exciting thing to see them succeed the way they have. And yeah, that's the stuff that really keeps me passionate. And you build great relationships along the way, being invited to 21sts and weddings and you name it, just from people that you've met through what we do in business.
And your philosophy when we were talking before was all about putting people first. What has this done to you and your business?
I think to be successful in any business, you've actually it's got to be a win-win. If you're always the one winning and everyone else is not winning, I think it's going to be a short-lived success. And with ours, we really focus on the customer first. We love to bring an excitement and joy to people's faces and to really change their life for the good, and see them set up for a financially secure future.
How do you put the customer first as a broker?
Making sure they get the exact product that they need. One thing we don't do, we don't churn. We don't. A lot of brokers, I know that's how they do things, and we don't do that. I've got some clients that have been with the same bank for many, many years, and we just go back to the bank and renegotiate. And people don't want to change most of the time. People actually want to, get a product that's going to work for them, and they can start to be diligent about paying it down and seeing their debt reduced. And so when you get them into something they like, it's not hard to actually go back and, help them, negotiate a better rate and get a bigger discount or whatever it might be. But, we're not about just going every 2 years or 3 years going out, moving into a different bank, because it's about us. And, sometimes it needs to happen like that, but it's definitely not the thing that we do and put ourselves first in that way. We really put the customer and their convenience first in every way.
So Lloyd, 70% of all the clients you see personally are referred to you. What system or how do you do this?
I actually train my clients on how to refer. It's one of the things that I don't just leave to chance. And, one of the things you asked before is, what do you think of the, things that have made our business to a point of success? And you've actually got to prepare for success. People that just turn up and hope to be successful don't become successful. You've actually got to prepare for it. It's the same with referrals. With referrals, I actually train people. I train my clients on how to refer. I teach them what to do, how to refer it, and I create examples. I say, you're going to be out and people are going to ask you, about your property or your finance or your home loan. And you need to have it, and I teach them how to talk about me correctly and how to give me the lead, not just leave it into someone else's hand. I don't give them a whole heap of cards and say, here, go and hand out my card to a whole heap of people. I say, give me their number and I'll ring them, because I want to give them the same personal service that you've received.
So Lloyd, could we have an example on how you implement this in your business as a referral system? Sure.
When I actually sit down with them the first time, and we've actually got a proper referral program in place now, which has been in place for probably around about the last 6 to 12 months. But even before that, I would actually sit down the first time I would sit down with them and go through the plan and the presentation that we've put together for them. And I say to them, I give them the example. I say, you're going to be so excited about this. I've given them an anticipation of what they're going to expect from what I'm going to go through with them. And I say to them, look, people are going to ask you, or you're going to probably be so excited, you're going to tell people about this, but you got to do it the right way. And I just tell them, I just say, if you talk to someone and they seem interested, ask them if it's okay to get Lloyd to ring them, all right? And then you just text me their number, their details, or give me a quick phone call, give me a quick snapshot of who they are, because I want to make sure that they get the same service that you've received. And so I actually go through that in part of my formal presentation that I actually discuss with them right at the beginning. And I just let them know. And it's like anything. There's an 80-20 rule. You'll have basically 20% of your clients referring 80% of the referrals. And so for that 20%, I spend time with them. Like if I have nights off or something happens where a client's postponed, or something happens where I can't get out to a particular client or something and I'm going past someone else, I'll just ring them and I'll just say, hey, look, you're in, and I'll just call in, say good day. Every single time I do that, I get referrals every single time. And if I find that things are slowing down, I think, wow, I haven't had a referral, for a few days or something like that, I actually go, oh, wow, okay, I need to make a deliberate decision on what I need to do there. And I go and visit people, make phone calls, and before I know it, I've got several referrals coming in.
So you flag this 20% of absolute referral engines that are supporting you and your business so that you can keep in contact more.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I make it a priority. Like for instance, last night, my wife and I took one of my clients out for dinner. Her and her husband out for dinner, who refers me a lot of business. And and they said, oh look, we'll go halves in the bill. I go, no, it's absolutely my pleasure. This is just a small thank you on what you send me in business. I said, I really appreciate it. And they're lovely people. I've been to their, I met them through my hairdresser. And so my hairdresser actually referred me to them. And now she's referred me to many, many different people and still continues to.
So other than popping over and keeping in touch, is there any programs, for example, Christmas programs or Easter programs that you have this 20% of clients on so that you can keep in constant contact with them?
We have, obviously we've got a great marketing team that works with in our business and a really good team there. But what we have obviously Facebook and that sort of side of the business, but I just don't think it beats the personal touch. I think you can have as many brochures and emails and home loan health check emails going out to people on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, whatever you want to do. But I guarantee it will never ever beat the personal touch of going and seeing someone. And it's like I tell my brokers and the guys that are my consultants that work for me. I just say, if you want to do something and set up for next year after Christmas, just get a whole bunch of, several bottles of wine and go and visit your best clients. Just do a call in, Merry Christmas, how are you going? Hope to see you in the new year. And I guarantee you'll have enough business before you start the next year to get it up and running.
So face-to-face is a key in your business and what you've done.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I love the personal touch of it, and I think people do as well.
So Lloyd, final question. What, if you knew now, knowing what you now know, would you wish to know when you entered the industry?
Yeah, that's a good question. We'd all love to go back and start again sometimes, wouldn't we? I think if I knew back then what I know now, probably one of the most important things is actually to really look after your real good clients. You just got to treat them like gold. And I can think of times where I could have done that better. And I think of times where I've done that really well. And they're the people that have, just stayed with me and basically, flourished our business with referrals. But I just look at that and I think, wow, there's times where I could have definitely done a lot better on the looking after people after they were set up and if their loans were all set up and the property and everything like that we do for them was all done. And I just think that a little bit more high touch could have been appropriate at different times.
Lloyd, thank you very much for being on the show.
No problem. My pleasure.
My big 3 takeaways from this episode was 1, build long-term relationships. Focus on what's right for the client both now and in the future, putting your needs last. 2, spend time to train your clients on how to refer. And 3, categorize your clients and spend time with the top 20% who refer you the most business. So, these were my big 3 takeaways. What about you? I'll catch you next week.